Welcome to Cognitia, where we explore the biggest questions about existence, consciousness, and the future of everything. Today, we're asking a dark but fascinating question. Can consciousness survive the heat death of the universe? One day, the last star will die. Galaxies will dissolve. Black holes will evaporate. The universe will expand forever into a cold, empty void where nothing happens. No life, no purpose, no meaning. Forever, it sounds bleak and depressing, but physics may hide a loophole, one that could allow a future civilization to survive. The death of everything and continue existing for unimaginable lengths of time to understand how. We need to travel very far into the future, about 100 trillion years from now. The universe is growing dark as the final stars fade away. In this dying cosmos, the last civilization still alive emerges, the Noxians. Compared to us, they are almost godlike. They have solved physics and mastered technology beyond anything we can imagine. But they face the same problem we would. They don't want to die. Their goal is simple: keep consciousness alive forever. The first challenge is energy. Civilization needs power, but surprisingly, not as much as you might think. Just 5 hours of the sun's total energy output could power present-day humanity for 10 billion years. So the Noxians harvest the last stars and store their energy in massive batteries surrounding their home star. This could sustain them for hundreds of trillions of years, a very long time, but not forever. To go further, they must change the nature of life itself. Every action costs energy, especially thinking. The human brain operates at about 310 degrees above absolute zero. And a simple thought lasting 1 second uses roughly 20 joules of energy. But there's a crucial insight known as Dyson's Cold Thoughts. The colder a brain becomes, the less energy it needs to think. At half the temperature, a thought takes twice as long, but uses half the energy. At 1/10 the temperature, the same thought takes 10 seconds, but requires only 2 joules. If this relationship continues, then slowing down could allow thinking to continue with ever less energy. Cooling a biological brain would kill it. So the Noxians abandon biology altogether. They transfer their minds into artificial or fully virtual systems. Digital consciousnesses capable of operating at extreme cold. Now they possess both a massive but finite energy supply and minds that can slow down indefinitely. Their survival plan relies on a simple cycle. They alternate between waking and hibernation. When active, they live their lives thinking, socializing, exploring virtual worlds, and simulating entire universes. When inactive, their minds shut down completely, radiating heat away and becoming colder. During these periods, they experience nothing at all. At first, their active periods last millions of years, while hibernation lasts only hours. But as they cool further, shedding heat takes longer. Eventually, the hibernation periods stretch to thousands of years, then millions, then trillions. Yet the Noxians never notice. Time doesn't pass during sleep. After 100 trillion years, they have cooled only slightly, but they have already experienced the equivalent of 76 trillion years of conscious life. As the universe continues to decay, stars fade into black dwarfs, galaxies drift apart, and black holes evaporate in brief flashes of light. Still, the Noxians endure at temperatures barely above absolute zero. A single thought now takes 1 trillion years. They spend almost all of their existence in hibernation. But when awake, life feels just as vivid and meaningful as it ever did. If everything slows down together, nothing feels slow at all. Eventually, physics may impose limits. Dark energy might prevent further cooling. Quantum noise could disrupt consciousness. Matter itself may decay. True eternity may be impossible, but even without forever. Dyson's Cold Thoughts suggest that consciousness could experience trillions. upon trillions of years, far longer than the universe has existed so far. If this is possible, then life is not a brief accident in cosmic history. It may be the final chapter of the universe itself, consciousness, persisting long after everything else has faded away. This is Cognitia. If the universe ends in silence, maybe consciousness doesn't have to.